Welcome to Quicktail English. Today's documentary, The Somerton Man, Tamám Shud, is a long, factual story perfect for your A2 B1 level. The year was 1948. The place was Somerton Park Beach in Adelaide, South Australia. The date was December 1st. Australia was enjoying the summer. Two people were walking on the beach early in the morning. They saw a man. He was lying on the sand near a seawall. His head was resting against the wall. The man was well dressed in a suit, but his clothes were unusual for the warm weather. He was wearing a heavy pullover and a jacket. He was dead. The police investigation began immediately. The first strange detail was the lack of identity. The man had no wallet, no cash, and no ID. He had some small items in his pockets: a bus ticket, an unused train ticket, 2 combs, a packet of chewing gum, and a box of cigarettes that contained cigarettes of 2 different brands. The police searched the man's clothing carefully. They found that all the identifying labels had been cut off. This was not normal. Why would someone remove all the labels from their clothes? The police took the man's body to the hospital. The doctor said the man was poisoned, but they could not find the poison. His organs, especially the spleen and liver, were unusually large. The cause of death was a complete mystery. The man was called the Somerton Man. The police asked the public for help. They published photos of the man. Nobody knew him. 3 weeks later, the police found an unclaimed brown suitcase at the Adelaide train station. The ticket found in the Somerton man's pocket matched the travel dates. The suitcase must have belonged to the dead man. Inside the suitcase, the police found clothes, slippers, and a shaving kit. Again, all the labels had been removed. However, on a tie and a laundry bag, the police found the name stenciled. The name was T. Keane. The police searched for any person named T. Keane who had disappeared, but they found nothing. The name T. Keane could have been a fake name. 4 months after the discovery, the police examined the man's trousers again. They found a small, hidden fob pocket that they had missed before. Inside this pocket, there was a very small, tightly rolled up piece of paper. On the paper, 2 words were written in a strange font: Tamám Shud. Police experts translated the phrase. It was Persian. It meant, "It is finished," or "the end." The police realized that the paper had been torn from a book. They sent the photo of the words to newspapers across Australia. A local doctor called the police. He had found a rare book, the Rubaiyat of Omar Khayyam, in the back seat of his unlocked car months ago. He had not noticed it before. The doctor gave the book to the police. The book was important. The last page was missing. The torn piece of paper from the man's pocket fitted perfectly into the missing part. The discovery of the book deepened the mystery. On the back cover of the book, police found 2 important pieces of writing. 1, a telephone number. 2, a sequence of letters that looked like a code. The number was traced to a young nurse named Jessica Thompson. She lived in Somerton Park, very close to the beach where the man was found. Police spoke to her, but the details of their conversation were classified for years. When police showed her a plaster cast of the dead man's head, she looked shocked. The technician said she looked as if she was about to faint. But she told the police she did not know the man. She said she had owned a copy of the Rubaiyat years before. She said she had given it to a military officer named Alfred Boxall during World War II. Alfred Boxall was found. He was alive and well, and his copy of the book had its last page. Jessica Thompson was telling a lie. Or perhaps she was hiding something. Because the death happened in 1948, just as the Cold War was beginning, the spy theory became very popular. The man was found with no identification. All the labels were cut off his clothes. The cause of death was an undetectable poison. The book contained a secret code. The phrase Tamám Shud could have been the final signal of a mission. Many experts tried to solve the code. They could not. The code is still unbroken today. The mystery must be a spy operation, or maybe it is just a tragic story of a lonely man. The Somerton man was buried in 1949 with a headstone that read, "Here lies the unknown man who was found at Somerton Beach." For over 70 years, the mystery remained one of Australia's most profound cases. In 2022, new DNA evidence suggested that the Somerton man was Carl Charles Webb, an electrical engineer from Melbourne. This would mean that he was not a spy, but a man who had traveled to Adelaide for personal reasons, possibly related to Jessica Thompson. However, even if the man's name is known, the main questions remain. Who killed him? What poison was used? And what does the code mean? The story of the Somerton man is finished, Tamám Shud, but the truth has not arrived yet. In this story, we mastered the past tenses and the passive voice. We used the past passive, the body was found, the labels were cut off, to describe the discoveries. We used the modals of deduction. The suitcase must have belonged. She could have been hiding something. To discuss the possibilities. Excellent job. Here are some new words we learned today. Unidentified, Seawall, fob pocket, Unclaimed, Stenciled, Plaster cast, Classified, Cryptic, Undetectable, Enigma. If you want more factual mysteries, grammar lessons, and vocabulary for A2 B1 English, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with a friend. Tell us in the comments, do you believe the Somerton man was a spy or just a lonely man? We will see you next time. And remember, some secrets are buried deeper than the sand. Until then, stay focused and goodbye.